final destination.
All skulls on.
No odd job. Slappers only.
Top 10 video games of the year. Gaming in 2020. The worst year ever. This year, the coronavirus is gonna kill us all, but only gaming can save us.
Only CD Projekt Red has the balls to take the industry by storm.
John Romero's gonna make you his bitch by giving you the coronavirus vaccine. It's called video gaming.
Keanu Reeves hand-delivered a PlayStation 6 to my front door.
Keanu Reeves is your dad now. Your stepdad has been kicked out of the house, and Keanu is here to save you with video gaming. The election has elected the first gamer president. His name is the guy who's the guy who wrote Control-Alt-Delete is the president now, and he's gonna make video gaming a national holiday.
Tim Buckley has just signed an executive order to finally decree that the PS3 has no games.
The new Joe Biden's first cabinet pick, Sly Cooper, and he's gonna smoke some funny weed with Master Chief, and the first executive order is to play some video games.
Joe Biden will bridge the gap between North Korea, Russia, and America by playing a nice game of Wii bowling with world leaders.
Every man, woman, and child in America will participate in a huge LAN party, and it will solve all problems. Thank you, video games. Enough. I've had enough of this bit.
That was like measurably worse than last week's.
Hey, everybody. I was sitting down and I said, I can't wait to edit the Slappers Only Game of the Year episode that we recorded. Good fun, good friends, good food, good fashion. Sat down, and Audacity had other plans for my recording. I had just finished editing. I was about halfway through. Some things happened, and long story short, that episode is in hell, where it not where it belongs or where it's just in hell now, and we have to accept that. We have to move on.
Yeah, a hiccup in the road.
And because of that, this is our second time recording a Game of the Year episode. Maybe it's going to be worse. Maybe it'll be better. I don't know. But the thing is I know Max's Games of the Year. Max knows mine. There's no surprises here. And I don't know about you, but we deliberated on our Game of the Year, and I my thoughts haven't changed. I don't know if Max's has.
No, Mine have changed insofar as much as they changed during the episode, so it'll go a lot smoother when we get to that part.
Yeah, I used my debate skills to convince you of which game is better.
Jordan passed the level 100 speech check.
I used facts and logic. It's like in a Fallout game. I had a good enough speech check that I've convinced you to give up your evil plans and walk away.
My evil plans to make you turn against your boy.
My favorite video game series. All right, shall we redo?
Let's redo.
This will be an interesting thing. Maybe I'll have better things to say about the games I like this year.
Who could possibly say? I don't know about you, Jordan, but like when I podcast, it is a violent excision of my brain matter into an audio form.
Yeah.
So I have no memory. All I know is the 5 games I brought up, and that's it. I don't remember what I said, what I did. But you know what, Jordan? It doesn't matter because no one heard the first episode.
No, exactly. It's in hell.
It's in hell. Where all gamers are destined to end up.
It's just Markiplier is the world's first gamer-in-chief. He's stopping the LA gangs one video game at a time. I'm going to make a Twitter post, a Tumblr post. Hey, everybody. Markiplier is having a war, and first one to kill 100 LA gangsters gets the piece of land. We need to let all of our favorite gangsters know that Markiplier is coming for them. It's a little bit of a reversal.
This is a threat.
This is a threat. Hey, for a little bit of variety, because I do remember a lot of the things that happened last time.
Okay.
Why don't you start? Because I started in the first episode that's in hell.
Okay, all
so
right.
You start.
I'll start
with your funny video game that you like.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So a funny video game that I like. It's a game that came out in like I think like the first couple weeks of 2020. You know, before.
In the before times.
It's a game about a funny guy. It's a game about a guy who's never kissed his wife, who has 2 kids. It's a game where
you wouldn't want to pass the germs. He's just social distancing.
Well, he has Saiyan DNA, so I don't think he can get sick like humans can.
Oh, Saiyan? Just insane?
I'm just insane. I'm just insane in the membrane, and I'm talking about the video game of Kakarot.
Kakarot.
That's like
Kakarot.
I'm famously a Dragon Ball not knower. I was having a conversation with my brother about this the other day on before Kyle XY. He was like, "You really don't know anything about Dragon Ball? I could have sworn you'd seen it." No, I've never seen it. I know like 4 things. I know that there's a guy who didn't kiss his wife. I know that their hair gets really big. This is like when people say that JoJo is like a show about clowns who fight each other.
Yeah.
They use magic powers to make their hair large, and that somehow is good. I know that people die and then come back to life with wishes. There's a guy named Piccolo. He's green.
Yeah.
He's kind of like and then there's a guy named Krillin, and he's kind of like the funny minion of the show. He's like a funny little guy.
I mean, Jordan, I'm sorry, but you've completely shown your ass, because you saying Krinian is the funny... Krinian.
I said Krillin.
Wow.
I said Krillin.
I just said Krinian. I don't know what happened there in my brain.
Because you agree, he's a funny little guy.
Well, no, but the fact that you're considering Krillin the funny little guy of Dragon Ball shows how little you know, because Krillin is like maybe 10th on the list of funny little guys in that show.
Who is the funniest little guy? Before we talk about Kakarot.
I think the funniest little guy,
Goku.
The funniest little guy is a character, I would say, named Zeno, who is like the literal like king of all of the universes.
Oh, he's a funny little. Okay.
He looks and talks like a baby. He's an alien. He doesn't look like a human, but he's literally just a cute little guy who talks like a baby and also has the power to erase a universe just like in an instant. And he does that several times over the course of the show.
Does he have a glove that he snaps his fingers and then Spider-Man goes away and you don't see him anymore?
No, but he's blue. He's almost purple.
Okay. He's close. Does he twerk?
I haven't seen his juicy yeeks.
Is he in Fortnite?
No, yeah, you got me there. Unfortunately, there's no Dragon Ball characters in Fortnite.
Sorry, Dragon Ball might be bad because they don't have a universe-deleting man who ended up in the actual game of the year 2020 Fortnite. Okay, tell me about Kakarot.
I'll tell you about Kakarot. So, you know me. I like... There's 4 genres of games: RPGs, racing games, Lego games, and the 4th one is a rhythm game that I'm remembering now. Are you remembering my fun thesis? You remembering my fun thesis, Jordan?
When are they gonna... I think that Lego is really good because I think that you can make any game a Lego game. And that... You're right, it is a genre. Lego racing... They should make a Lego fighting game. Like a serious Evo level...
Yeah, and like as you take damage, your pieces fall off of you.
Pieces fall off, and
that'd be sick.
You don't have arms and legs. This is good. Okay, TM.
This is good. TM. So yeah, Kakarot is essentially, what if we took the combat of the 3D Arena Fighter Dragon Ball Xenoverse games, which are not well polished or balanced, but they're fun because there's a billion characters, and it just tickles that note in my brain that says you like bad anime games, and I said yes, I do like bad anime games, and they added numbers and stats to it. And they let you play as just a couple of characters this time, but there's a whole skill tree to unlock, and essentially you walk through the entire Dragon Ball saga.
I think the thing for me that I don't like fighting games, and I think that everyone who likes them is Rube. I'm just kidding. But my thing is if I think if you're gonna get a fighting game, it's not about wave dodging or frame bashing. It's about... I want to play as, like, that guy who's, like, in that one arc from, like, a million years ago. He just shows up one time, and, like, he's maybe a joke character. I want to play as him. Let me play as... I want a fighting game, who even remembers this character? But he's in there. I don't know. He was in a filler arc, I think. But you can see how he fights.
So
he has a moveset.
Yeah, something to tantalize you with this with Dragon Ball as a franchise really is like the sort of main joke character is a guy named Mr. Satan who talks like Hulk Hogan.
Now, Mr. Satan is a really funny name for a person to have.
And his daughter's name is Videl, which is an anagram of devil.
Ooh.
But the best part is, I'm gonna send you a picture of Mr. Satan. He's just a normal, funny guy. Like I'm gonna send you a picture of Mr. Satan and his dog, whose name I forget. I think the dog's name is B.
Lucifer. Okay.
No, I think it's just B. The dog, I don't believe, shares the Mr. Satan, naming schematic. That's Mr. Satan.
Okay, now that's a funny little guy.
He's a funny guy. And he's in there because this Kakarot, it takes you through the entire saga of Dragon Ball Z from the beginning where Goku's brother shows up to the end where Goku kills a Pinkman.
His brother.
And it's just...
Oh, pink guy.
It's just a... Huh?
Yeah, Boo. Like a pink... Oh, okay. He kills the little kid from Monsters, Inc.?
Matt Guzowski.
Could Goku... Who could win in a fight? Superman, Goku, or Mike Wazowski?
A true clash of the titans here.
The winner will surprise you.
Whoever wins, we lose. But yeah, I just spent a lot of time with Kakarot. It's popcorn game, it's something that definitely isn't for everyone. It's a fun way to experience Dragon Ball where you don't need to watch the whole thing. You can just play the whole thing, so it's much more interactive. There's side quests and stuff. I really, really liked it. It's the kind of game for me because I just like dumb anime games like that.
It's like that Naruto game by Ubisoft Montreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that last time.
Open world Naruto game developed by
open world
famed
Naruto,
AAA
so
developer Ubisoft.
It would be good.
God.
Here's a video game for you because I don't like Naruto, but I know some people who do. It's Naruto Yakuza, where you play as Naruto and you run around a town. You run around the city, the village hidden in the leaves, and there's a character. Hey, boy!
Hey, boy!
Like, Rock Lee is there, and he's like, hey, Naruto, I need you to grab I need toilet paper. I had a toilet problem. Please get me... Like, it's just Naruto with sub-stories. It's all filler.
Uh-huh.
And then
yeah,
Sarah's
you walk around,
cool
you find
just...
Kakashi when Naruto finds Kakashi, and then he does there's like a whole like sort of 10 episode filler arc of Kakashi teaching Naruto how to do slot car racing.
Naruto teaching Kakashi teaching Naruto how to buy and sell real estate around the village in the leaves.
Now the image of Naruto doing the thing of like him like flipping open the briefcase dramatically
cash.
is very funny to me. Believe it.
I just feel like if we did this, Sarah would have to make a podcast about it, and it'd be really funny if we did.
Well, as we know, they definitely don't have a podcast about Naruto. In fact, they have a podcast about not Naruto, if anything.
I simply don't know anything about what's happening on that podcast. Let me give you a game that I liked this year.
Yeah, I think it's about your turn to talk.
It's a twist game for me because it's a genre that I always turn my nose up at. Said, haha, this is a game genre for nerds. I don't have a big brain. I'm not smart. I'm not cool. And I can't play strategy games. But this game taught me that I can play strategy games. And it's a little game called Crusader Kings 3. Here's the deal, all right?
Hit me.
Crusader Kings 3 is not a strategy game. It pretends to be, and it likes to make you think it is. It's not. It's a comedy game. It's a funny game for laughs. It's a game you play with your friends, and you never know what's going to happen next. You never know if, like, Iceland is going to invade Ireland and make it Iceland, and then your daughter is going to kill all your other children as a prank, and then your character gets so stressed out that he becomes an exercise hound, and he goes for runs to de-stress, and then because of that, he's so stinky from sweat all the time that people aren't attracted to him anymore. No, you never know what's going to happen. You don't know if, like, you're playing as Halfdan Whiteshirt, and he dies, and then your son sucks, so you disown him, and then he comes back later, and like 10 generations later, his son shows up and wants your throne, and he's much cooler than your shitty heir, your fail son. So you just kind of let it happen and then start playing as him. So that's kind of what Crusader Kings 3 is all about. It's very good. It's very accessible, actually. I was talking to my dad, and I said, "Here's a game you might like. It's called Crusader Kings 3." That's kind of a dad game if you think about it.
That is very much a dad game, because I remember my dad would always play Risk like every single day when I was younger on the computer, and I've always wanted to be like, Dad, what if you just played Civilization?
Yeah, so I was like, "Hey, Dad, play Crusader Kings 3. You'll like it. You like history. You like dad games." And he said, "Oh, I played Crusader Kings 2 and I couldn't do anything." So I said, "Oh, try Crusader Kings 3. Apparently, I've never played the second one, but apparently the third one is a lot more accessible." I just got a message from him today that said, well, I got Crusader Kings 3 and actually accomplished something. I'm 100% more successful in this game than the previous one. So
Hey.
it's a game that if I can play it, I don't like strategy games, and I can play it. My dad can play it, then you can play it and experience funny things happening and enjoy it. It's really cool. I like, usually when people make like medieval historical games, they're like fucking right-winger Nazi guys.
Yeah, it's like there were no people of color at all in Europe.
Everyone was white, everyone was male, everyone was straight. Crusader Kings 3 isn't like that so much. It's cool. You can play as straight characters, gay characters, bi characters. They actually just added asexual characters, which
Right
is pretty
on.
cool. It's got the Muslim Spain. I can't remember what that historical part is of the world is called. It's got Jewish people. It's got all these different religions. I Asatrued England so hard that the Pope did a crusade against me.
Uh-oh. Well, that's in the name of the game, so you kind of had it coming.
Yeah, I kind of had it coming. I did fight off the Pope, which felt really good. You can dismantle the papacy if you are playing as a non-Christian, which is really that's Max. I know where your background is, and I think that there's something for you in this game.
I think I'm currently rubbing my grubby little mitts together right now.
Today I will dismantle the papacy on purpose.
It's my choice.
You can play as the Tamils in India, and there's just a million different people in Africa you can play as. I know some people. I've seen. Ooh. Sirens outside. They don't
Gaming
want to talk
police.
about it. The gaming police are here. They're telling me that I should have said Last of Us 2 instead of Crusader Kings 3.
It's actually the Pope actually sent the Swiss Guard after you.
I'm changing my pick to Last of Us Part 2. Really the best game ever made. No, but I've seen people writing online about like playing Crusader Kings 3 and appreciating that, they know where their family came from, and then they can play as those people. Have a cool experience, and I like that about a game, and I like that about a medieval history game that isn't what is that one Kingdom Come Deliverance game?
Oh yeah, that no. I remember hearing like that game, and I was like, oh, this game is really really cool. It seems so neat. And then I received the news that the creator is a super white supremacist, and I said, I think I will never think about this game ever again in my life. Thank you very much.
Well, this game is not like that. It is a good video game. I recommend it highly. It's on Game Pass. You can play it for $5 a month. It's really good. It's a really, really good game. I promise, like, people who don't like strategy games, I don't like strategy games. People are always telling me to play fucking XCOM. Doesn't play XCOM. Don't want to play it. I want to play Crusader Kings 3 because it's very funny and it's very fun. And it's also a good podcast game. All right, let's move on.
Speaking of really fun, I know.
Are we talking about fun games this time?
I know, Jordan. I know it's kind of a stretch to talk about fun things when talking about our Game of the Year episode.
No, games are supposed to be games of the year are supposed to be serious, and they're supposed to be games about what if you killed someone and felt bad about it in a video game? What if you had to? Wouldn't that make you think about things?
Jordan, wouldn't it be really fucked up if you had to kill a dog and then you get a flashback of the dog being played with the characters that you also killed, but it wasn't like the game made you do it, and it's like, haha, you did this by your own accord. Don't you feel bad?
Do you remember when like everything was like every game wanted to like parody Call of Duty? So like I feel like it was fucking Epic Games or something made a Call of Duty parody game. It was just like everything was just making fun of Call of Duty games. That thing with the dog feels like a parody of something.
It feels like an Onion article about like The Last of Us 3.
It feels like a hard drive article.
Yeah.
But it's in the game. It's in the Game Awards Game of the Year as decided by Jeff Keighley and the Demonic Council.
Yeah. Top 10 epic moments of 2020 in gaming. But this is not any of that. This is an unequivocally fun, cute, good game, a force of good. Now, Jordan, I don't know if you know this. Things kind of got a little nutty around March of this year.
That's true.
Some people are saying that things got a bit weird, and we all had to stay inside, and we all got paid a handsome sum to do so.
we got a one-time payment. They sent us a book of coupons and said enjoy.
They sent us Kohl's cash that expired 2 weeks after the receiving of it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, U.S. government. Mwah. And a little game came out called Animal Crossing New Horizons. I think this is like the best-selling game in Japan ever at this point.
It's probably like one of the most like important games.
This might not be the best game of the year. This is the most important game of the year without a doubt.
It's kind of wild.
I don't think I've ever seen like I've been around the block. I'm 27 years old. I've been part of the Undetail zeitgeist. I've been part of like the Portal zeitgeist. When games are huge, it's all everyone ever talks about. And like Animal Crossing, I feel was on a different level. Like it came out.
Like, I mean, the fact that like it's one of those games that makes non-gamers game. Mm-hmm. So like I had old teachers playing it and professors playing it, and like that's something.
That's impressive.
Joe Biden made his own special town that you could go to. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Joe.
I heard Mayor Pete has an island and all of his neighbors are the mice.
I heard Mayor Pete Mayor Pete has an island and all of his neighbors complain that bread is too expensive. Thank you.
And he has his train sets all over the place.
One thing you got to know about Mayor Pete is he loves train. That boy loves his choo-choos.
He loves transportation. But yeah, look, I don't even need to say anything about Animal Crossing because I feel like I would bet money that more than 90% of our listeners have played Animal Crossing.
Here's the thing about Animal Crossing New Horizons, is that it is my favorite Animal Crossing game in spite of the fact that Nintendo has kidnapped Brewster and Cap'n, put like a hood over their head and taken them to
missing,
a black
presumed
site.
Dead.
Yeah, they're at a Nintendo black site where they're not allowed. Maybe Cap'n talked about like organizing a Smash tournament or something, so Nintendo had to take him out quietly and put one between his eyes so no one could ever hear from him again.
Yeah, Brewster accidentally streamed more than 10 seconds of like a Metroid Fusion song and Nintendo had to ice him.
Yeah, Brewster uploaded a soundtrack to his YouTube channel, and Nintendo had to take him to the black site where he'll never be seen again.
It's a game that succeeds despite all of the absolutely mind-meltingly baffling
They let you
missteps.
Put furniture outside is like that. There you go. Mm-hmm. That's the game.
That's literally. It sounds like a joke. That is literally
one simple trick that changes Animal Crossing and makes it like actually very customizable and good.
I think prior to this, I would have put Animal Crossing New Leaf in my top 4 games of all time. I say top 4 only because whenever the thing goes around on Twitter, you can only put 4 images up there. Mm-hmm. I think at this point, New Horizons has dethroned it. Despite just how the game is, how it still doesn't really feel like a complete Animal Crossing experience, it's just that special of a game for what it's done. It's
just wild to me that they objectively removed content from Animal Crossing, but it still feels like a better Animal Crossing game and a more it's all about customization.
Oh yeah.
Like, they took things out. You can't go to Brewster's. There's no comedy club. Not that I really ever cared for the comedy club.
No, I was only there for the reactions.
You're there for the reactions. They took out Cap'n. Disgraceful. Shameful.
I miss my boy.
What have they done?
What have
The
they done?
storefronts are gone. Like, Kix doesn't have his own store anymore. You'll never see Red. Red has also probably been taken to the black site. I don't know where he is. He never shows up to my island. They did add two bug and fish boyfriends that I
My
that I
girlfriend got me one of the things.
It's
One of the things she got me for
wonderful.
Christmas is a little pin that has Flick from Animal Crossing, and it's a heart, and it says "You bug me" on it, and it's just
That's love. But
That's
they
love.
did let you put a carpet and a table outside, and therefore it is the best Animal Crossing game, hands down.
Yep. Empirically proven.
Like it's simply, they could have taken out everything and left that one feature in, and I probably would still think it's the best Animal Crossing game ever.
They also made the museum into like
Oh,
a
so fucking cool.
like leaps and bounds more beautiful than anything else I've seen in like most games.
It's so good. What a
It's
good
so
video
good.
game. And it came out right when it needed to come out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sold
Speaking
like
of
gangbusters.
speaking of games that came out right when I needed them to come out, I was playing Animal Crossing New Horizons, and sometimes when you're playing the chill, comfortable, very cozy animal game where you get to put furniture outside, and it isn't outdoor furniture. Let me stress this: it's not outdoor furniture. It's going to get ruined the second it rains.
Oh yeah.
I love Animal Crossing New Horizons, but part of me just wanted to be like frustrated and angry and upset and like stressed.
You wouldn't have a bad time.
I wanted to have a bad time in a fun way, like Dark Souls bad time. I wanted to play something a little more intense.
Sure.
So I put down Animal Crossing and I picked up the other game that everyone made funny jokes about because they both came out at the same time. So I picked up Doom Eternal.
Ooh.
Now here's the thing. First of all, divisive game. I mean, I say
yeah.
divisive in gamer speak when every reviewer says it's like a 10 out of 10, but it's divisive because the gamers.
The gamers.
So if you didn't know it, you wouldn't know it's divisive. They made some changes from Doom 2016, the beloved, critically acclaimed Doom 2016, but I think they're changes for the better. But I respect people's opinions who don't like it. So first of all, they made resource management like the entire game. So you have way less ammo, enemies deal more damage, you have less health, and the whole thing is just like survival, getting your ammo, getting your health, getting your armor, which I like. They made it a lot harder, and if you play on hard or nightmare, you're going to have a bad time, and I like to have a bad time. There are some new enemies that suck and make the game not fun. But that's besides the point, because this is this year's games and not the other year's games. And the Marauder can eat my dick, and I don't appreciate him.
He looks cool, though.
He's pretty cool looking, and I know I've seen people like, well, actually, you could beat him real good if you do this one thing. And it's like, okay, no, be quiet.
One
go away.
simple trick to
One
defeat the Marauder in
The
Doom
Marauder
Eternal.
sucks. The Marauder sucks. We don't like him. But Doom Eternal is good. It's extremely fun. It's extremely intense. Very challenging. Sometimes when you're in that mood, I just wanted to play something that was gonna like be so demanding and ask so much of me, and you can't like think about your anxieties or the state of the world or anything because you're too busy thinking about like the moment to moment gameplay decisions
Right.
and oh man,
You're trying to not get your like head and feet and hands blown off by like a funny floating brain man.
I like they added a new feature where as you shoot the demons, they start to fall apart in really disgusting...
Like our Lego fighting game.
Like our Lego fighting game. Yeah, they added destructible demons, I think they call it. Those are incredibly fun. I like the feedback of as you it's just it is kind of like Bone Storm Real from The Simpsons, that game. Like the way
Oh,
it
yeah.
treats it. Like, it's just this very violent, very loud game. But boy, is it just a very fun game. One thing, they really, really liked that Mortally Challenged joke, huh?
It is.
They wanted that one on T-shirts all across America. They thought that was going to be the cake is a lie. It wasn't.
Yeah, like one of the developers, like who's a bit too high up in the food chain for the influence they have, played Portal 1 in like 2007 as like,
We gotta make one of these.
13 years later, this will come to fruition.
People are gonna love Mortally Challenged. Everyone's gonna be wearing a shirt that says that one. No, it was funny 0 times. It was never funny. They could have just cut the whole thing out and it would have made the game a lot better, because it wasn't just like one character says it. It's throughout the entire game they say it. It's fucking sucks. Also, the story of Doom Eternal allegedly exists, but you have to read to learn
I don't know how to read, Jordan. You know
I
this.
just like to shoot the guys, and then the second you're done shooting the guys, you walk into another room and there's more guys, and that's the game, and that's good. I like it.
Yeah, something I feel that sort of like encapsulates the way that they've made Doom Eternal more like arcadey and goofy and fun than Doom 2016 is that the 1-ups are literally floating, glowing Doom guy heads that say 1-up over them.
It's really funny to me that, like, Doom Eternal occupies this weird space where they simultaneously tried to make it, like, a lot more funny and arcadey than Doom. But they also, A, made it harder.
Yeah.
And they, B, made it a lot more, like, story-based, in a way. Like, it's not just blasting your way through a facility. It's like, there's a backstory for the Doom guy, and there's an alien that you don't learn about until the very end of the game what her deal is. And, like, there's an ancient order. I really don't know. Like I said, I ignored the entire thing, and just focused on the blasting, which is really the best part. It's good. I highly recommend it. It's, if you like a hard game, it's a very good hard game, and it's very fun.
Very good, very fun. My next pick.
Yeah.
So you said something in your sort of, in your spiel about Doom, and you said it was a very demanding game that you sort of like put all your attention into. Yeah. And my next pick is very similar in halfway there, I guess. It's a very demanding game that you really need to like put your brain into and pay attention to, but it's also on maybe the exact opposite spectrum of excitement from blasting demons apart with a cool gun, because this is a game about sitting in your truck.
You ever just sit in your truck?
You ever just sit in your truck? I'm talking about Focus Home Interactive's smash hit SnowRunner. And this game is such a max game, because
maximum game.
It's a max. That's what my name is short for, Jordan. It is a game that is so like deliberately designed. It essentially, you're a truck driver, and you gotta drive around, and you gotta, everything's all muddy and snowy and like shitty conditions, and you really have to like pay so much attention to what you're doing, because you're driving a truck. You're gonna get stuck. You have to be moving cargo from place to place. And I'm just remembering now, I said something in our previous recording that upset you a great deal, and I'm gonna say it again, Jordan.
Okay, please go ahead.
SnowRunner is a Strand game, Jordan.
Oh, that didn't upset me. That delighted me.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell. This is a game where you're in a pretty much empty world. You only ever talk to NPCs through text boxes. You are the solitary force in this hostile environment that you have to navigate. You have to figure out the best way to do it, make your routes. You have to move cargo around from place to place, rebuilding the world. This is a Strand game.
The only thing it's missing
so.
is evidence of other truckers that you can't see, who like you get out of your truck and you have to empty your bladder, which I'm sure is a common trucker experience.
Yeah, the emptying my bladder is what I call it when I unload cargo on a work site.
And then a mushroom grows.
A mushroom grows.
So I bought SnowRunner when I got a better parts for my PC, because I thought this game, car games are always like the best looking games, probably because they don't need to like animate people.
You don't got to do a whole lot.
You just got to make the car shiny. You got to make the landscapes look pretty. And you don't have to draw like rippling muscles or like clothes or fabric. It's just big trucks, and they don't even have sex. But
yeah, very disappointing.
My experience with SnowRunner, and I know, once again, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm saying it's a game that I need to learn how to play correctly, because my experience with SnowRunner was that I did the tutorial. I rebuilt the bridge. I carried the president's body to the incinerator. To
You had to very quietly drive by the field of truck ghosts.
I had to put my favorite low roar song on the radio as I tumbled down the mountain. And then I got to the part where the game says, "Okay, you're free to explore the open landscape." And I said, "All right, here's a mission. Take some logs to a camp." Got it. And then I just got stuck in the mud. And then I got another truck to unstick my truck from the mud, and that one got stuck in the mud. And then I didn't know what to do, so I stopped playing. So if anyone wants to teach me how to play SnowRunner, I'd love to learn, because it looks very fun. The mud looks very muddy, and the water looks very wet. And I like the idea of a Strand game about trucks. But I simply don't understand how you're supposed to get out of the mud.
Yeah, it's all about, I mean, again, it's all about having the right kind of tow hitch on the other truck and where you position your truck when you pull it out. It is a wildly deliberate game. It is so realistic to the point where, people would see this and think, that's not fun. That's just a thing you do in real life, but a game. But I think that's what makes it so fun to me, is because it is this wild experience that I wouldn't want to do myself and that I can do in a game. Also, one more Death Stranding joke while I was fresh in my mind. You also have to plug a Mini Cooper into the back of your main truck to drive through the field of ghost trucks.
Ooh! Do trucks get pregnant?
What if a truck got Persianat?
Here's another joke about why is Death Stranding is that SnowRunner makes me feel very mads. Here's my next game.
Yeah.
I think we're packing the heavy. We changed the order that we've.
I like that. So it's fun for us, even though the audience doesn't know.
We're packing the heavy hitters onto the end. So here's another thing: an unconditional year for an unconditional game for an unconditional year. I last year and then early into this year got more into sports than I was previously. I used to be sports are for jocks. I'm not a jock. I'm not a jock, but I do like a good sport. I like a professional wrestling. That is a real sport. Shut up. Don't tell me otherwise.
It's a sport.
It counts.
We're objectively correct. It's a sport. Do not get in our
if you can engage with it like it's a sport, then it counts as a sport. And if you're gonna tell me that professional wrestling isn't a real sport, I'm gonna tell you that video games aren't a real sport. Shut up. Doesn't matter. But sports got silly this year because there's a funny virus, the gamer virus. So if only someone could make a new sort of sporting experience. And that sporting experience was real, and that sporting experience is Blaseball. Now here's the thing about Blaseball. As a game, not much to look at, really. It's a black website. You just kind of make bets on your team. You pick a team. They all have funny names, the Mexico City Wild Wings, the Chicago Firefighters, the Baltimore Crabs. You pick your team. The Charleston Shoe Thieves is mine. And then it's got funny players that everyone on the internet is probably sick of hearing their names now, like Jessica Telephone and Randall Marijuana and Kiki Familia, and they all have silly names. And then you just kind of watch the games play out in random number generators and in just kind of on the scoreboard. You make your bets, and that's the entire game. But that's not the entire game.
No.
It's so much more than that. It's not a game about fantasy baseball. It's a game about, being a baseball fan. It's a game about liking a sport as opposed to engaging with the sport.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more about, picking your favorite players and just kind of getting really excited when they hit a home run, even if you can't see the home run. The people who made every week is a season in baseball. So at the end of every week, something. Also, baseball is currently on a giganto hiatus. It'll come back eventually, but it isn't really happening right now, so I miss it very much. But it was this thing where on Fridays was the end of the season, and at the end of every season, something wild would happen. First of all, baseball is also in a democratic sport. So every week there's an election, and you get to decide how to change the rules of the game in ways like oh, what if like there were negative runs or an extra base? How would that
Very,
make you
very
feel?
good stuff.
One of the first things that happened in Blaseball was people voted for something called Eat the Rich, where the 1% top 1% richest players would lose all of their money at the end of each season, and it would just get redistributed to the other players. And it happened to me one time. I got all my money taken away, and I was very mad about it.
Well, it sounds like you deserved it, Jordan.
I did deserve it. I was too good at betting, and I forgot to spend all my money at the end of each season. But what would happen is on Fridays at like 2 o'clock, something fucking wild would happen every single week. And it would either be a situation where you'd check your computer and you'd see it happen, or you'd be doing something because you're an adult and you don't have time to just stare at a website all day. And then you'd come back and then you'd have to piece together the forbidden arcane information of what happened in Blaseball. Like, oh, all of the dead players came back to life on their special team to have an extremely good anime JRPG boss fight against a giant peanut. Like, come on? Excuse me? What?
Hello?
Like, that's something, like, people will forget about, like, you know, I think people will come away and eventually Blaseball will fall out of popularity. Some might even argue that because it has been gone for so long, maybe it will never be as popular as it was for, like, the month of September. But people will probably be talking about the Big Nut or the time that the Seattle Garages brought a dead player back to life. Sort of, they like hacked the player back in by tricking the rules of the game somehow. People will talk about that for a very, very, very long time, even if people aren't still playing Blaseball. And I will never forget that. I will never stop thinking about the fucking batshit things that happened in Blaseball. So it's my game, one of my games of the year. I can't stop thinking about it.
It is. I feel like for me, so I love and support all my Blaseball friends, and I feel like I have this sort of alternate negative or like mirror image viewpoint of like I don't go to Blaseball. I see it and I acknowledge it, but I've also just had I like blocked every like Blaseball related word I could on Twitter because I was just so sick and tired of seeing it all the time, just being like, I feel like such a boomer right now. I have no idea what these kids are saying, and I just
Here's the thing. It's like when you hear people that you know, and I won't name any names, it's like when people are just like, Vriska.
Okay, so we're sort of calling out a different one of our mutual friends in the podcast.
Well, I'm just
now.
saying that, like, you know, sometimes you just don't want to hear it.
Sometimes you just don't want to hear it.
If it's like if everyone's talking about a thing that you don't really care for, it just kind of makes you resent it. Not because you feel left out, but because you just wish they would talk about something else. So I understand
you just simply heard too much of it.
Yeah, I understand all the Blaseball haters out there.
Yeah.
I also think that that as much as I love Blaseball, the fandom can be kind of cringe.
Yeah, not very epic sometimes.
Not a little bit of problems. There's a lot of people who have a lot of problems with the fact that players can die at any time. And my argument towards them is that if you were aware that any player can die at any time, you simply shouldn't have gotten so attached to them.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Don't make a player 8 years old if it's in a game that they can die at any time. That's your fault. That's your fault, Blaseball.
It's a video game, though. Don't listen to anyone who says it isn't.
And no, it's all pretend. It's funny when it happens.
Yeah.
Moving on. Max,
moving on to another.
What do you got? What hotness have you brought?
I have brought hotness from the year 1997, Jordan.
What? That's not. Hey, Max, it's 2020. We don't do that. What?
Okay, how about I take this video game from the year 1997 and remake it?
What if you... Hey, Max, I'm
Hey,
gonna make
Jordan.
some people mad. What if you took a game from 1997 and made it good?
I think you'd end up with a game called Final Fantasy VII Remake, Jordan.
It is... Look, you know me, I'm the RPG guy. I love Final Fantasy as a franchise. Final Fantasy VII... I make the funny Khaleesi squinting smile face when I see Final Fantasy VII.
I get why people like it. I played quite a bit of it when I bought it on Switch. And
Final Fantasy...
I see it. I understand.
I see it. It exists in the same node of my brain as Ocarina of Time does, where it's like, music is good, I recognize how important it is, I do not care for it.
I feel like I understand why people are nostalgic for it.
Exactly, yeah, and again, Ocarina of Time, same thing. Remake is, let's take the first 5 hours of the game, turn it into like a 30-40 hour RPG, give it like one of the most apeshit soundtracks imaginable, remake all the old songs, make some new songs, remake songs that you wouldn't have even heard up until that point in the game, but make it diegetic, as in they're all jukebox songs you hear on the radio within the game.
Voice act all the characters, make one of the characters really horny for some reason.
Jesse Raspberry is...
Jesse is incredible.
Oh my god. Jesse is incredible, and I feel like Jesse brought love to so many people.
I'm so proud of Jesse for how horny she is.
I've truly never seen anyone like her in a video game.
I should say, if you haven't played it, she, like, it's not like conceptually she is a person who is extremely horny.
She is like the equivalent of like the heart eyes grabby hands emoji at Cloud every single scene she's in.
It's incredible. It's so fucking good.
I love her. She is genuinely one of the best parts of the game. And it's taken this active time battle turn-based system and turned it into like into a fully real-time, just like not almost hack and slash, but still keeps that like this active time battle elements into it. It is incredible what they've done to the battle system.
It's not a situation where it's like it's real time. It's got like it's really cool in the way that it preserves the DNA, I think, of active time battles. It keeps it feeling enough like you're playing. It keeps the spirit of it, I think. Like you can pause time and use your special moves, and you gotta use your special moves, and you gotta switch back and forth with your party members. And by doing those things, building your gauges, using your limits, all that stuff, it keeps the feeling of like you understand where this game came from, but also ATB isn't good. It was never good. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't like Final Fantasy as much as some people, but when I play them, I don't like ATB. I don't understand why people do. It's not good. Just let it be a thing, Max. Let it be either all the way one thing or all the way the other. You don't need to half-ass it.
I am plugging my fingers in my ears, looking away, smiling and whistling as you say this. I think it's fine, but that again, I'm the RPG guy. It just like it truly is like the perfect realization of let's make a Final Fantasy. Let's turn a classic Final Fantasy into a modern Final Fantasy, but not make it just like whatever the hell they tried to do with 15.
Look, folks, there's no. I hope they give Cloud and Co a car to drive around in. That would be, and they could just drive around on the highway and
no, because I want them to keep the chocobo system from 15.
I want them to. I want to see what the big snake looks like. I can't wait for the next game. By the way, the next Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah, I like because Final Fantasy VII
made
remake
some changes.
It is not. The game is called Final Fantasy VII Remake. It is not really a remake of Final Fantasy VII. It is more of
it's a remake of the world. It's remaking.
Yes, it is. I would argue a sequel of Final Fantasy VII.
It's pretty wild.
It's
the
pretty
other
wild,
thing
and I won't go into
about
it. But
remake is how like realized and detailed the world is.
Oh my gosh, it feels so real.
It is a like it's kind of insane when I went because I played remake and then I said I need to go back and play. So I at least played like the first, I don't know, 8 or 9 hours of 7 before I started playing something else. So
you played all of what remake is in 7.
Yeah,
so
exactly. I mean, you can do that in like an hour.
Yeah.
Seeing what they did to the chunk of game that they remade made me appreciate it so much more because it's like, first of all, it's somehow expanded and inflated and restructured. Like everything is different, bigger, more impressive, more detailed, more things to do, but also on a structural level, it's all exactly the same. All the characters, like even the random NPCs are in the same places that they were in the original game. They are dressed the same way. They say pretty much the same things, but there's just so much detail. Like I cannot imagine. I mean, well, gamers are a weird kind of people, so there might be people who play remake and are like, I hate this because it's different. But I would love to have that like sense of being a Final Fantasy VII fan and also not like a gamer with a gamer brain and playing Remake and seeing what they turned my beloved childhood classic into. Speaking of, hey Max, this is just a random shout out. I played a lot of Final Fantasy IX this year.
Yeah.
I understand the gamers. I understand why they say it's the best Final Fantasy game, and I also understand why people want it remade, but imagine if they did it, because they would do the realistic art style, and that would be disgraceful.
I'm like...
Imagine
like,
photorealistic Vivi, like a hot Vivi, like a tall Vivi.
What if they made Vivi hot? I'm imagining, like, Steiner with the proportions of a normal man, and I'm convulsing violently.
Hot Steiner that fucks.
Okay, now I'm gonna hit you with something challenging, Jordan. Photorealistic Queen.
I mean, I like that. I'd like to see what that looks like.
I mean, they did it with simply want to see it.
They did it with Ket Seath. There we go.
Ket
Shi. I was almost right. They did it with Ket Shi, and it looked very out of place and weird. Look, this isn't the Final Fantasy podcast, but Final Fantasy IX is a really good game. It's got a really good story. I like that it's very cartoony, and it looks extremely good for the time it came out in. Because it
holds up.
It's got a great art direction.
Amazingly well.
It's an amazing video game, and they should never remake it ever. They should
keep it how it is.
Keep it how it is. Don't touch it.
Don't touch it. What's your next pick, Jordan?
Well, let's talk about my favorite series of all time. Got a new game this year. It's not my favorite game in the series, but it's my second favorite game in the series. It's called Yakuza Like a Dragon. It's not called Yakuza 7. Don't get it mixed up. Don't get it twisted.
I call it Y7 because I just don't want to type out Yakuza Like a Dragon when I talk about it to my friends.
Why lad? Yillid, yeah. Yakuza Like a Dragon is it is a game that it is a game in the Yakuza series, but the Yakuza series kind of ended in Yakuza 6 with the departure of Kazuma Kiryu as the protagonist. And this game seeks to take everything in the series, kind of crush it down into a little powder, and rebuild the whole thing as a JRPG. And somehow, 7 mainline games into the series a complete genre shift, not only, was successful, but somehow, made the game, every weird element of the game good, and already everything in Yakuza Like a Dragon is stuff that you already found in Yakuza games,
right?
But the fact that they made it a JRPG is they accidentally realized that they were JRPGs the whole time, and that they accidentally made a brawler instead. How does that work? Everything works so well. The crafting, the items, the party system, the side content, the side stories, the stats, that was all there. It was always, well, except for the party, but it was all there, but it wasn't a JRPG, and now that it is a JRPG, it's good and, mechanically sound, and I don't even like JRPGs. I'm not a fan, but it's good.
They made, George, not to get back on my soapbox, they made a game for me.
Yeah,
they made a Max game again.
It's a Yakuza game that's also a Dragon Quest game, and can we talk about Kasuga Ichiban?
I love this boy so much.
You know that meme, the It's Always Sunny meme, where it's like they're all looking at the picture and it says, "I've had enough of this guy. I need the opposite. I need more of this guy.
I will never have enough of this guy.
I will never have enough of this guy." Ichiban is, he had gigantic shoes to fill from a large man with large shoes. Kiryu. Yeah. We knew Kiryu for 7 games because of Yakuza 0. He's a beloved protagonist. Everybody who plays Yakuza loves Kiryu. He's just an icon, and he's gone, and that's okay. I mean, he's not gone. He sticks around.
He's not gone. He's around.
He'll see him every once in a while. Ichiban is everything that Kiryu isn't as a person, while also keeping sort of the same core values of Kiryu. He's a big tough guy. He sort of is very loyal. He's very straightforward, but he, unlike Kiryu, he's just he's very kind. He's very willing to jump into every problem that it presents itself his way. He never thinks twice before just wholeheartedly helping people. And he's very funny. He's very goofy. He's a huge goober. He's a huge dork. He's a big nerd. And he's just great. I love him. He's so charming. It's so quick too. You play Yakuza Like a Dragon, and within like the first hour, you're like just fully hooting and hollering over Ichiban.
You get what he's about.
You get it. Yeah, they did a great job. I was kind of worried, going in. I had faith because I always have faith in RTG as a Yakuza fan. But, like, never before have I seen them stick the landing so hard on something that was so scary, like, rebuilding the whole... And not only that, but, like, they could have just basically done, like, a Star Wars, where they kind of act like they are going to do a new reboot and then just kind of make the same movie again and again and then fuck it up real bad. And they might still do that. There's more games that are coming, probably. But it seems like the place that they took the story kind of just burned down every bridge in the Yakuza series in a way that I wasn't expecting. It really feels like they're trying to make it so that they're going to do a new thing and they can't go back now, It's good.
It's so good. I love this game so much.
Also, the side content is like some of the best, funniest sub-stories in the whole series.
They like really, really lean into the insanity of the Yakuza series in this one.
Yeah, I think ever since Zero, they learned that people like the weirdness. Like, that's what brings people to the series. So they have pushed it further than they've ever pushed it, I think. And I love it. And all the mini games are good. And people who say that the Dragon Kart is a bad kart racer, I laugh at you, I point at you, and I'm telling you, listen, it is a bad kart racer, but it's not its own video game. You paid $60 for a Yakuza game with a kart racer in it. Shut up about the Dragon Kart not feeling good. It's not a kart racer. It's just
more
side
stuff for you.
It's in a video game. It's in a full-fledged, like, 50 to 100 hour video game, depending on how obsessive you are about it. I beat it in like
I'm definitely more on the
hours.
100-hour end.
I beat it in like 55, and I was delighted by how much content there was. Yakuza Like a Dragon. Yakuza like a very, very good video game. Matt?
Wonderful. My final pick, Jordan. And another weird, contentious pick, because this game originally came out in 2013. That's 7 whole years ago.
That's 7 years ago. I also want to tell you, even though we've already had this conversation, I did completely forget about what game you're talking about. So
okay. This is a game that released episodically.
Oh yeah, okay, I remember now.
Yeah, okay, there you go. That was the hint. That was the hint you needed. One of my metrics of a game, if we're going off of no other sort of quantifier for a game, if a game can make me cry, it's a good game.
Oh, so your pick is The Last of Us Part 2?
My pick is a truly emotional masterpiece that cuts to the core of the human condition, Last of Us Part 2. I am talking about Kentucky Route Zero.
Hark the voice of Jesus calling. Come and work for him today. The field is won and the harvest falling.
As in this game was released 7 years ago, but was finished this year. The 5th episode came out this year, making it a complete game. And I don't know about you, Jordan, but I played episode 1. Then when episode 2 came out, it had been a while, so I played episode 1 again, then played episode 2. And then episode 3 came out a long time later, and I was like, okay, I forgot what happened. I just played episode 1.
Yeah, you kind of have to play this game factorially.
You have to play it factorially, but you can't do it all in one sitting, because it's the kind of game that you have to like really think on and like take in and let it digest, as you would say. And I'm really remembering the problem we had last week when we talked about this, because it's like, we can't really talk about this game. We can't talk about what happens in this game, can we?
No. But this is the way you talk about Kentucky Route Zero, is you talk about the vibe.
It's the vibe. So this game plays like a sort of LucasArts point and click, I guess is the best way to describe it. It's not like inventory management. It's not like puzzles, but like you're a guy, Convoy.
It would be so fucking funny if his name was Convoy.
I said Convoy, but Convoy is
Convoy.
also very good.
Yeah, Convoy.
you're a delivery driver. You have to make a delivery that to an address on the zero, Kentucky Route Zero. Roll credits, CinemaSins, ding. And the whole game is like that's the premise of it. Essentially, you have to find out how to get there, and then when you do get there, you have to travel around it, and it's like this really fun, crazy experience. And it
kind of starts as like feeling like almost like a ghost story or like a campfire, like truck driver.
Yeah.
There's like you go in, it's all dark, it's nighttime, there's weird things happening, but then it kind of nosedives into like, I don't know, magical realism or sci-fi, like science. It's so hard to describe the vibes of this game. It's very,
it's like Americana magical realism is I think the best way to
with
put it.
With a little bit of sci-fi, just a little dash, I think.
Yeah, it is just like. Oh my god, it is such a special experience that it's another game that I think anyone could play if they're not a gamer.
Mm-hmm. The other cool thing about Kentucky Route Zero, also I haven't beaten it. I've been like, because everyone is like, I'm like I need a game to play, and they say, have you played Kentucky Route Zero yet? And I say, I played, I think 3 out of 5 parts. I missed part 4 and I missed part 5, and one day I'll go back. And then I'm like. Is this gonna make me upset or sad? And then everyone's like, yes, it will. And I'm like, okay, I'll play it when I'm in a better place emotionally than where I am today.
Yeah.
And then I haven't 2020 haven't been good yet. Mm-hmm. It's been a trip. So once I'm feeling better about maybe just in general, maybe I'll go back and finish it. But what I love about Kentucky Route Zero is it's not a Telltale game where it's like, you gotta make a choice, and every choice matters. When you do the dialogue system in Kentucky Route Zero, you're making choices, but only for your characters and, like, their backstories. Like you decide, for example, someone says, oh, nice dog, what's the dog's name? And then you get to choose, Homer, Blue, or doesn't have a name. And it's like... I mean, that is a choice, but it's not a choice that affects the outcome of the story. It's only a choice that affects your characters. You can, what Conway's backstory is, what the backstories of the other characters are, how they feel about things, is what you decide. So it isn't really about making choices per se, but it's a game about clicking, what you want them to say and what you want them to be about. There's one really cool part that I think about constantly from part 3, so skip forward 30 seconds if you haven't played it, where the dialogue allows you to pick lyrics of a song as it is being sung. That part is so fucking cool. What a good video game.
I love that so much.
That's genius. I love it. So it is minimally interactive, but we were talking on the last attempt at this of like, in 2020, we are so far past arguing about what is and isn't a game, I feel like. If anyone fucking tries to tell me, like, well, if you don't interact with anything, how can you say it's a... Shut up. Hey.
Shut up.
Kentucky Route... Just enjoy it. It's a video game. Play it.
It's a game.
What does it matter? What the fucking... Baseball was one of my games of the year this year. It is... Don't do anything in it. It's just watching random numbers. Anyways, Kentucky Route Zero is a very, very good video game.
It is. That's why I brought it up.
I just a few days ago beat, for the first time in my life, after trying so many times to play it, Elder Scrolls Morrowind.
What a good game.
And the reason I bring it up right now is because my summary of my experiences playing Morrowind is that it is and I'm not saying this about Kentucky Route Zero, but I'm saying Morrowind is a terrible video game, but it's an extremely good book.
Yeah,
that is what Morrowind is a book that you can play. It's like it is the most enjoyable part is watching the story unfold and seeing the world and seeing the people in it, and that's like what I love about Morrowind. And I think that Kentucky Route Zero in a way is a lot better of a game than Morrowind. But what I feel, but it has the same vibes for me of like playing Kentucky Route Zero is like reading a book. But it's a book that you can play, and it's a book that you can see everything in, and that's what's really cool about it.
It's really, really special experience.
It's so good. I need to sit down and play the whole thing. Also, the music is really good, and we'll do an episode on it one day, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right, Jordan, round us out.
My final game of the year is a game that is very good, and it's a triple threat. It's good to look at, it's good to play, and it's got a good story, I think. It is Super Giants Hades.
Hades nuts.
The Spear of Bophates. Hades is a Super Giants 4th video game. Super Giants, the creator of Bastion, Transistor, Pyre. Pyre I played this year, and it's like one of my new all-time favorites, besides Hades. And the thing about Super Giant, I think, is that they are very good games, but I think they're very much a company that a lot of times you could say is form over function. Yeah. Like, they look nicer and sound nicer than they play. And then Hades showed up and slam dunked it into the good video game territory, where it looks good, it feels good, the combat is incredible, the story is really good, the voice acting is really good, all the writing is great, and just it is. I don't like roguelikes at all. Like, I think it's a genre that is just much like the Crusader Kings. It is a strategy, roguelikes, and sports games are my three
not for
genres
Jordan.
that I just don't really care about. Hades is so good. It is the perfect length. Like, each run, I think, is like the perfect length. So you can sit down, do a run. It takes like no more than 30 minutes to do the whole game. And it's just that mentality of, first of all, the way that the system of, as you progress through the levels, you pick your weapon at the start. There's some upgrades that are like permanent upgrades, like to health and resources like that, how many like lives you have. And as you go through the dungeon, you get boons from the Greek gods. It's all Greek mythology. I'm sure you know this already.
Yeah. It's called Hades, you know.
It's Hades, yeah. You get boons from the Greek gods, and they're like 3 choices that will buff you or change the way you play in some way. And as you keep playing, your skill set gets more specialized and differentiated in a way that by the time you're fighting the final boss, you're just like playing a game that you'll never play before and you've never played again.
Right.
And it's just, your playstyle is completely different. And it's just everything. It's like from your weapons, your boons, your cast, like your projectiles, your dodge, everything is different. So every time you play, and it's just like, 30 minutes is completely different the way you play. And then you just want to do it again and again and again and again and again and again. And it's like, by the time you, and the other thing I love about Hades is by the time you beat it for the first time, you feel so fucking good about it. And it's like everything starts to just like, you start in Tartarus and you just feel like, oh, this is so hard. I'll never be able to get past this. This boss, oh my God, the first boss in Tartarus, how am I supposed to beat this boss? Then you go to Asphodel and you're like, oh my God, Asphodel, there's so much lava. How am I supposed to get past this? And you get to Elysium and you're like, how in the world am I supposed to get past the boss here? And you fight and you just keep playing it over and over and over again, and you just get it. I know people. I've been seeing so many people. It makes me so happy. Like, people who don't play these kinds of games at all play Hades and they love it and they get it. And I love to see my friends post, just beat the game for the first time. Here's how many runs it took me, and here's how I did it. Here's my build.
It's so good. It never gets old.
It's incredible. It's a game that I almost love hearing about just as much as I love playing.
Because everything is so different that, it's a deck of cards game where there's like millions of different combinations. So whenever you see your friend beat it for the first time, it's like almost assuredly something you've never seen before.
I also just love
what they beat it with.
Everyone has their own style. Everyone has their own preferences. What's your favorite weapon, by the way?
It's gotta be the bow with I think it's the Zeus aspect.
It's the what is it, Kronos? The one that makes a homing.
The bow's named Chiron.
Chiron.
It's the first aspect you unlock that makes the arrows homing on your special. And that's
delicious.
Just like so tasty.
And it's just like you once you start playing enough, you just start to see the synergies in your head. You start being aware of what works and what, well, I want to say doesn't work, because most things work in Hades.
You can make it work even if it doesn't work.
There are some things like, I don't know, putting a well, I don't want to spoil. There's one weapon I don't want to spoil, so never mind. I won't go there. But there's some things that don't work. But you know what does and doesn't work. You know what boons you want on your weapons. And the best part is is that the game has the heat system, so even if you've like completely mastered the run, you can just start making it harder.
You can make it harder.
You can make it so busted hard. Like, and the game rewards you for it in ways. You get new reward. You start getting upgrade items again. You stop getting them at a certain point unless you crank up the heat. And it's that system alone is, I think, genius, and I want to start seeing it in more games.
You got to earn it.
You really, I know, I love it. And then you can unlock different aspects for your weapons that change the playstyle even more. There's super secret weapons that are incredibly cool that, you know, you can play the game for hours and hours and not see them, and then by the time you unlock them, you're like, what? Also, my favorite weapon, the fists. Magnetic cutter.
So good. So
when you
good.
get the one that heals you, that one is just like game-breakingly good. Also, if you haven't played Hades or have played Hades but haven't tried it yet, try a cast build, everybody. Just try to do a run where everything you pick up is to try to power up your cast. Aspect of Poseidon with a cast build is like, it will melt the final boss in like 30 seconds, I promise. I always tell people, this is the other thing. You tell people try a cast build and they're like, absolutely not. And then a few days later they're like, I tried a cast build and oh my god, I just love Hades. It's so good. I love
it's a fantastic game.
It's just so fun to hear people talk about what they like and what they don't like. It's so good. And it's also got great characters. For example, Thanatos. He's just Miles Edgeworth. We love him. We love our Grim Reaper boy.
We love a Grim Reaper. We love I love whenever I get to see Sisyphus in Tartarus.
Oh, he's just very wide.
He's so nice and jolly, and it's like the opposite of what you'd expect from the dude who has to push the boulder up the hill forever.
He's in good spirits. I know some people. I love the people who are like, I don't like Sisyphus because I know what he did. He was mean to another character from Hades that I like. Yeah, Hades is just incredible, and it is one of those things that like, it makes you. There was a couple games this year that made me interested in things that I wasn't necessarily interested in before. So not only do I think about maybe I should like give Spelunky another try, but I'm also like, maybe I should go and learn some more about Greek mythology, because I'm always not super interested in Greek mythology. I think it's neat, but this has kind of prompted me to maybe want to learn some more, which I always like when games do that.
Just, God, what a good game.
What a very good video game. Once again, I want to apologize to our listeners that if any of our the things we're saying sound confusing, it's because we've already had these conversations before, and it's a very surreal experience.
Yeah.
You got
it happens every podcast.
You got some honorable mentions? I got a few of them.
I got a one. This is a game I didn't put on my list because of I feel like it's not different enough from its original release 10 years ago. It is, of course, my favorite game of all time, Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah.
And this year in May, my birth month, it was a birthday gift to me from Nintendo. They released Xenoblade Chronicles. Thank you, Jordan. They released Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on Switch, which is essentially the original Wii game from 10 years ago with like a insane amount of quality of life updates, and there actually is like a sort of epilogue they added that is just entirely new content. So I could argue that it belongs on the list, but I'm not going there today.
Are you saying an extremely long JRPG with quality of life improvements and an epilogue chapter came out this year? That it was, only one of those, huh?
I'm smiling serenely.
Only one of those, yeah.
But it is, God, again, it is just it's my favorite game of all time. It is such a fun experience. They touched it up so well on Switch. Everything looks so much nicer. The character models, most notably, look so damn good. Where before, like, they had to make it work on the Wii. It's a massive JRPG that, like, the characters were just like, a bitmap on the polygon of the face, and it just looked so weird and flat. And it just looks so good now. Combat's the same, but I love the combat in that one. And I've been seeing a lot of people who, have been getting Christmas money and gift cards to buy it. And I'm like, yes, my power grows because it is such a fun experience. I really hope one day in the far future, Jordan, that you finally play it so we can talk about it on Slappers Only, because that game has... it's my favorite game of all time, obviously, but it's also one of my favorite soundtracks of all time because it has this insane roster of composers for it.
See, one day we will definitely run out of games that we both played, and then we're going to start doing
We'll have to put in the work.
I'll do Jet Set Radio Future, and then you'll do Xenoblade, and we'll listen to them, and then what'll happen is I'll say, this song was cool, and then you'll start freaking out and be like, you don't even understand why this
You
song is
don't know,
cool.
Jordan.
Yeah, and that's fun. That'll be cool.
That'll be fun.
Now let's. I've got a couple honorable mentions. Some
Yes.
games I played later into the year that surprised me. Let's see. I've got. First of all, I just want to shout out some games that I was unemployed for pretty much half of the year. So a lot of the games I played were older things that I bought on sale, PS2 games and Game Pass games. So real quick, Ace Combat 7, really good. I played multiple games in the Ace Combat series this year. It's one of my new favorite series. It's incredibly fun. It's basically Metal Gear, but with planes, which is fucking great.
It's
Outer
insane.
Wilds is one of the greatest games of all time. Didn't play it till this year. Bought it on sale. Holy shit, what a good video game. Please play Outer Wilds. Morrowind. Oh my... fuck. I love Morrowind so much. There was a night where I played Morrowind, and I played it for like 8 hours, and I didn't even realize
I
it.
kept on looking over to Age Kip, and I was like, wow, Jordan is still going, huh?
You just lose yourself in that world. It's incredible. It is an incredibly good game. It's got really cool story. If you haven't played it, forgive the terrible combat and the slow movement speed. If
You'll get used to it.
If you want, there are mods that make you walk faster. I will allow it. You can also get the
Don't download the mod that makes every attack hit in combat. Please
No,
don't do
please
it. The
don't.
game's not built for that.
It's
It's
not built
supposed
for
to be
that.
like a D&D dice roll system.
The game gets
I haven't
too-
played Morrowind in a couple years. I'm going to re-download it after this recording.
Yes, I can't wait to make a new character and just do like the Mages Guild or do the DLC. That's the other thing about Morrowind. It's unlike the new ones. You don't do everything on one file. You got to make
is-
multiple characters.
it's good.
It's good. It's better that way. Just
It's
play,
better that way.
it's better
Absolutely.
that way. Let's see. Those are my old. Oh, and then Wonderful 101 on Switch. It's one of Platinum's finest games. They finally made it playable on a console that people actually own. It's on every console now. You have no excuse to not play.
You have no
it.
excuse. One day, Hideki Kamiya will unblock me on Twitter and agree with me that they should make a JoJo's game, but until then, I'll keep on waiting.
They should put Wonder Red in Smash. Wonder Red is a very special sweet boy.
please.
So and here's the games I played this year that actually came
Yes.
out this year that are my honorable mentions. Ghost of Tsushima. It had a kind of bad story and bad writing, but the gameplay was really fun, and it made me like open world collectos again. It has very good combat. The
I
stealth is
always
very
forget
good.
that we invented the term.
Collectos. It's also one of the prettiest looking games of all time, and I've never said this before about a game. Loads too fast.
It loads so fast.
There are times when, and it's hard, like it's an actually pretty hard game sometimes. So there would be times where I'd die to a boss, then put my controller down to get like a sip of drink, and then I would be playing the game and getting my ass kicked again. So that's fucking wild. Another one, Among Us. We needed games that brought people together this year, and this is a game that brings us all together so that we can tear each other apart and get very mad. And if you're my brother and you're listening to this, which I don't think he listens to this one, I'm not sorry for what I've done. I'm not sorry for what I made people do to you. I'm not sorry that I just used the power of suggestion to get you ejected, even though we were on the same side, and you'll never forgive me. Hate to say it, really hate to say it. It's one of the worst companies of all time. Assassin's Creed Valhalla genuinely surprised me. I did not pay full price for it. Don't you worry. It's actually quite good. The writing is pretty good. I know this means nothing to anyone anymore, but it's kind of like Assassin's Creed take on The Witcher 3, which is like those words are kind of poisonous now.
Yeah,
But,
if you played it, you know.
If you can, every there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. If you can put your morals aside and give it a try, you might enjoy it. It did make me interested in learning about like English history and the history of the Vikings. So I played Crusader Kings 3, and it made it even more interesting.
Dare I say a better medieval experience than Assassin's
for sure.
Creed.
But it's fun. The combat is very meaty and weighty, and I like it a lot.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Spider-Man Miles Morales, a total improvement on the Spider-Man of 2018. I think it was. It is
2018 sounds right.
Smaller in scale, but it's in a good way. It's not too long. It's a very short game, but it's not a full price game. Miles is a great protagonist. He's very fun. He's animated very well. I like the fact that it is obviously a much more diverse Spider-Man game. They took all the cops out, which I like.
Thank God.
As a leftist, I don't like cops in my video game. Miles basically never speaks to a cop. It is set almost entirely in Harlem, so like the side content is killer. Like the fact is, the way they did the side stories was like they all kind of connect to each other. There's not that many of them, but they're much more interesting than the ones in the original one. They're story based. They have characters, and it's just it's a very good experience. It's very feel good. It's actually, I would say this is a great. You know how people have like Christmas movies? I think this is a really good Christmas game. I might come back to it next winter to play through it. It's very nice. The combat is incredibly good. I think they took what worked in the original Spider-Man game, which had good combat, and they added a lot more options, and also made stealth a much more viable strategy, which is really cool. Plus, Miles has his own special powers that Spider-Man Peter Parker doesn't. And they're very, very cool. And I'm sure that the game looks good on the new consoles. I don't own them, and I don't care to own them, and probably won't for a very long time, if at all. But it looks great on PS4. Like, it runs real good. It looks real good. The effects are incredibly good. The story's really cool. I like the characters, like Miles. Just a really good game. Highly recommend it. If you need the game to play, give it a shot. Just be aware that you can beat it in like 10 hours.
Yeah, not a very
long game.
Experience.
But you know, when you come off of Yakuza Like a Dragon, and you're
maybe games should be shorter.
Maybe games should be shorter and also not cost $70. Anyway, those are my honorable mentions. It's time to pick our game of the year. We already did it, but let's pretend again. Do you want to re-role play of what happened last time, or do you just want to say our game of the year and get on with our lives?
Let's say the game of the year, and then we'll give a little
we'll give a little
spiel afterwards.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
2, 3. Hades nuts.
Last time Max picks Yakuza Like a Dragon, he had to make me argue against my beautiful special series that I love so much, and forced me into defending my pick of Hades, which made it was kind of terrible. We came away from the episode kind of feeling like disappointed in our choice in a way. Like I felt bad about Hades, but I don't feel bad about Hades now. I think it's the best game of the year.
In the week since we recorded, I've beaten it a couple more, beaten a couple more runs, and I'm just like, this is really a perfect game.
It is like. We were talking about it last time. I can think of a couple problems with Hades. I know our dear friend Sarah from the Celeste episode has talked about Supergiant's problems with body types in their games. Everyone's just a very
kind of the same,
conventionally attractive looking fit person that could be better. And that's like basically the only criticism. Also, the ending is kind of like.
It's just kind of
when you get to the end, it just kind of feels like, is that it? But I mean, it's not it. You can keep doing runs, and it is rewarding to build your characters and decorate your house, and there's still plenty of fun story events that happen. But the game does kind of end abruptly, and you're like, I wish it had a better like thing, or maybe like a secret real final ending or something like that, just to make it feel like
maybe you just haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, that's the thing, is I always keep asking myself, is there technically like an actual real ending to Hades? But I don't think there is. I
don't think so.
Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, those are like my two criticisms of Hades. And this was a year of games that came out that were heavily caveated of why I like them. All the games on my list are great, but they all have problems. Hades is one of the best games I've ever played. I think it's one of the best games of its genre.
It is. I fully believe it is the best roguelike game ever made.
I think that's true. Art, gorgeous looking, levels really pretty, just a sumptuous video game experience, and
the music is really, really good.
And in a game where in a year where games have started to cost 70 Christian US dollars. What is Hades, $25?
It is a 25 American dollars.
That is like
a steal.
That is like, my classic rule of thumb is if I want to play the game and I look at and it's the price of a sandwich, I will buy it. This is not the price of a sandwich, but this is the price of a couple sandwiches. And I mean, I know people who played this game for over 100 hours, so
yeah,
that's 100 hours worth of sandwiches.
To my mind, the only game that has a better value rating than Hades is Hollow Knight at $15.
Ooh.
And that is a game I have put triple-digit hours into. It is one of my favorite games of all time, and maybe one day, who knows?
One day, one day One day I'll go back and beat that game. We'll do
That's
an
on
episode.
Game Pass.
We'll do an episode on Hollow Knight one day, I promise.
That's on Game Pass. Yeah.
Oh,
and
wait,
like
one more
comparing...
honorable mention. Sorry, I forgot.
Oh,
Almost forgot. Paradise Killer.
Yeah, I've been playing more of that.
It's very, very good looking. It's a cool mystery game set on a weird island of pseudo god
Vaporwave
Island filled with like these terrible people who all have very, very good designs. I wonder who did the art for that. It's not like we know the person who.
You could possibly say.
Hey Max.
Hey Jordan.
We have an in with the composer for Paradise Killer. Just thinking about it. We have an in. It can happen.
Simply thinking. I mean, I was literally playing more of that game today, and I was just like, this music beats ass.
It's so good. It's got an incredible soundtrack. Yes, our good friend Gigalithic did do all the art for that game. So, not like we're fucking games journalists and need to disclose this, but I should say it is
we simply like to talk about our friends who are talented.
We like to talk about our talented friends, and every time I hear people say good things about Paradise Killer, I think about how I know the person who did all the art for it, and I just smile.
Yeah.
I just smile. That's it. Hades game of the year. Let's open it up to the floor to see what our friends enjoyed this year. We have a Twitter at SlappersOnlyPod. Look out for our post before we record each episode. You can post your takes. We were originally just like, what is your favorite music? But hey, any hot takes about the game we're talking about is what I'm craving.
It adds to the discussion.
So let's open up the discussion to our friends. And and since we lost an episode, we actually have even more things to say. So
love that for us.
Here's one from friend of the show, Stephanie at Age of Oddish, who says, extremely predictable answer, but it does have to be Nude Horizons for me. Great choice, definitely.
Great choice.
Makes
great
sense.
Also, Steph, great choice in purchasing Hades over the last week.
I was gonna go to our other post. Stephanie also says, I hadn't played Hades yet. This was past the divide. Hadn't played Hades yet before you asked last time, and now I have, and it is definitely up there. I don't think it surpassed Animal Crossing New Horizons, but it's still very good. Also, Picross S4 and S5.
I love these Picross games.
And also Murder by Numbers. My partner is a huge Picross fan, so I bought them Murder by Numbers for Christ Mass, and they've been enjoying that game a lot. I look at Picross and my brain falls out. I don't know how to do it. As many times
I look at Picross and I turn into Geometry Woman and I solve the puzzle in my head in 2 seconds.
Picross is basically the mental version of me getting stuck in the mud when I play SnowRunner.
They're calling it the Dark Souls of SnowRunner of number game.
What? Here's one from friend of the show, Mike_Dawson. Happy holidays, Xbox.
Hey.
It says, without a shred of... Dan says, without a shred of doubt in my mind, it's Yakuza 7. Amazing story, characters, surprisingly engaging JRPG combat, a perfect blend of comedy and drama, and arguably even the best Yakuza game.
Confirmed.
Yakuza 7 being the best Yakuza game is a very hotly disputed take, but like every time I think about it, I'm like, do I like this game more than Yakuza 0? Because I think I like it more than Yakuza 0 as a gameplay experience, but Yakuza 0 was the first one I played, so it will always be the best one in my heart.
I mean, I was saying more confirmed just for everything, and again, your mileage may vary what the best one is, but it is undoubtedly a fantastic game.
I think it might be, I think I'm putting my foot down. Yakuza 0 is my favorite Yakuza game. Yakuza Like a Dragon is the best Yakuza game. That's going to be my take. Here's one from Kelmarocho Radio co-host and our good friend Argyle at Argyle_Funk, who says, you already know what I'm going to pick. Yep. Cyberpunk 2077.
Yep. Joke never gets old.
That joke is... I love that joke. Here's one from Nero Wyvern, number 1, Edelgard Stan, at Dragon Smoocher. There's no contest in my mind. It's Hades, incredible action, incredible look, great characters and story, and Megara is there. What more could you need from a video game? We didn't talk about
City.
it. There's the Furies, and some people like Meg, some people like Electo, and if you're one of those people, you know why.
I feel like
nasty pervoids.
I feel like I'm more like willing to.
I'm willing to forgive people who like Electo because,
No, I was gonna say I feel like I'm more willing to like accept and forgive people who like Tisiphone more than I'm willing to forgive and accept people who like Electo.
You want a wife with pointy teeth and a yeah.
You want a wife that'll hurt you.
You want a wife, yeah. I know what you're about. Yes. That's the Tisiphone is the like counter pick take, and that's my take is that Tisiphone is my favorite because I think she's very funny, and I like that she just says murder.
I like that she just says murder and
She's
has
kind
like,
of
the
what if
scary
Tisiphone
eyes.
was a Pokemon?
Tissy.
Murder,
Tiffany.
murder. Here's one from Mix at Gasmask Luminary on Twitter. Probably going to be the only person in the comments to say No Straight Roads. This is a game I did not know about until Mix posted it in the comments. Now I want to play it. It kind of looks like a Double Fine Psychonauts game, but it's about rock and roll, which is really cool.
Love that.
Dark Magician on Twitter. It's Audrey at Optimum on Prime. I always get that one wrong.
You got it.
Says, please cure my Hades brainworms. It's our game of the year, so I hope we did.
Nope, we will not.
Stephen Moore at Marshmallow says, I didn't cross any animals myself, but I hear tell that it was pretty good.
You're right, Steven.
You're right. It was very good. Here's my favorite take of all time, and I love it. It's from at Patchetish. I never say it out loud. Walpurgis Fechtbuch. There, I said it wrong.
It's Fechtbuch.
Fechtbuch? Thank you.
Fechtbuch.
I feel like I had to join the list of people who have mispronounced that name on a recorded audio space.
Couldn't be me.
The best take of the year: Nintendo Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classic 6-ball puzzle. It look.
When you're right, you're right.
Even as a joke, but like not as a joke, Clubhouse Games fucking rules.
It is. Oh my god.
It looks so fucking just like
presentation, Jordan.
I know it's so well presented.
Like,
it's
okay, I do have a fun story about Nintendo Clubhouse Games Worldwide Classics, 51 of them. My girlfriend and we both got that, and we played a ton of Mancala together to the point where like she got a physical set of Mancala, and
Yes!
I'm like, I want to play it in the game more because it's nicer, and the little
You don't have to
things
take
don't
the-
slide
you
out
don't
of
have
the
to-
they don't slide
yeah.
out of the divots as easily in the
you
game.
don't have to like reach in and grab them. Any game that has a fun little Django Reinhardt ditty while you're playing Connect 4, and then you beat the game and all the pieces deliciously fall out of the
the little the clicks and
clickety
clacks of the
clackities.
plastic.
You can play what's that? It's not Go. It's
Go. Oh shoot, something Go.
yeah. You don't have to flip the pieces over yourself. Does it for you. Just and that's another game that came out right when it needed to. You can play. Hey, if you ever want to play Worldwide Classics, like just even if you're listening, just let me know. I'll play some fucking Uno with you, and I'll make you very mad, like I made Argyle mad at me. Here's one from Gomoku. That's right. Also, the story mode of that game where it's just like this weird little toy family.
I love that.
They're
It's so cute.
What a good game.
What a good game.
Here's one from Ace Nye Huaisong, at Irreviru on Twitter. I played like 5 games this year, but only one that actually came out this year. It's got to be the Animals I crossed, but
Yes.
that doesn't matter. It's a shared first place between Gris and DQ11. I'm bad at picking one thing I like. Normalize Game of the Years that didn't come out the year that you're picking it. That's my take.
Yeah, truly. I truly love all the times I've talked with Elvier about them playing Dragon Quest XI. I'm just like, yes, it's the best JRPG ever. Tell me more.
Because, like, I feel like if that's the case, then one of my games of the year is Wonderful 101. So,
Yeah.
you know. Here's one that we had a lot of controversy last in the original recording from your friend Aesthetic at Transform on Twitter, which is Persona 5 Royal.
Here's the thing.
Here's a question I didn't know. Is your friend did your friend Austin play the original Persona 5 when it came out, or is this
I think he played a couple of the palaces.
okay? But okay, so this is not like my first time playing Persona 5 is playing Persona 5 Royal in 2020.
No, yeah, he's played it before because I was the
Okay.
one who convinced him to play it.
Okay.
Here's the thing. You said it yourself, Jordan.
Yeah,
if you
I'll
can
take-
put away your morals and play a
Yeah.
Ubisoft game.
You're right. All picks are valid. This is the pick that most tests my patience, and I don't really know why, because here's the thing about Persona 5 is that I fucking love Persona 5. It's like it's up there on my favorite games. It's not like on my top 10, but I really love it. It's the only game that is as long as it is that I have played all the way through multiple times. I don't know why I give it such a hard time. I genuinely don't. I really like it, but every time I hear people say something like that, I'm like, ah!
It's like you like it, but you don't want to admit that you like
I
it.
guess so. Here's my other Persona 5 Royal confession that I told you and I love to tell people is that
Yeah.
I got Persona 5 Royal I played all the way to the epilogue where the new content is, and then I stopped playing there. So I basically just played Persona 5 a second time.
Yeah, with the quality of life.
Yeah, they made, that's the thing about, like, it's kind of the like chessboard thing, you know, one social link on the first square and 2 on the second, and you know, it's the compounding interest of that game, where at the beginning you find out that in this one you can always improve your stats by 1 point every night. Like, you can do, like, mop the floor to get your kindness up a little bit, or study, and that doesn't sound like a big change, but after an entire year of Persona school, you find that, unlike in the first one, it's not that hard to complete all the content.
Yeah, you're able to do everything.
Yeah, it's good, and you get a lot of money from the silly robot
Mementos.
boy. Yeah,
and I said this last recording. I'll say it again. You need to finish the epilogue, because when we do our episode of Persona 5 Royal, the only music I will be gotten about is the music in the epilogue. It's that good.
We gotta see if we can get Brooks on for Persona 5 episode, because I know that Brooks really likes Persona.
That'd be fun.
Here's one from AMeet at AMeetXC, extra credit and F+ doc provider. It says, it's probably Hades. I just don't know how time works and what games came out in 2020 anymore. 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim was good. I've heard about that game.
That is on my list. When in a couple months, like, you know, maybe like a nice spring sale, I'll be picking that up.
Now we move to our other post, the newer ones. Here's one from at Bananakins. It's my partner. Hello. It says, base game didn't come out this year, but I love Crown Tundra DLC for Pokemon.
Swish, swish. My brain lights up like a Christmas tree when I hear someone talk about Pokemon, because, as you know, I'm in Pokemon Draft League. I'm actually in 2 draft leagues right now, because our friend Roy has set up a draft league of people almost entirely from HKIP.
It's very funny because you know, I'm not a Pokemon lover.
You don't go there.
I know. I go there a little bit. I like to look at them. I really liked Sun and Moon. It's the only one I've ever beaten, and I don't know what it was that, like, connected my brain just got plugged into Pokemon, and I was able to beat a Pokemon game and really enjoy it. My partner is a huge Pokemon fan, caught them all. Doesn't do competitive, but they didn't like Sword and Shield. They thought it was too short, and
that's valid.
But apparently Crown Tundra is very good.
Yeah, the DLC fixes, like, a lot of the problems of the main game. Like, it makes the roster so much bigger. It's still not up to the, like, nearly 900. I think there's, like, 899
I
was
at the store the other day, and I saw that an offering of the Pokemon Sword Shield Plus DLC for $90 for the box, which was, like... I mean, I know it's the game plus the DLC, like, that's just how games are, but see that number in front of me for a game that came out, last year? It was controversial for my eyes.
Yeah, this thing, like, Nintendo games go on sale once in a blue moon. Pokemon games do not go on sale.
$90.
Ever.
And one
$90.
More, another one from friend AMeet at AMeetXC. It came out this year, so it counts, but the Trails of Cold Steel 4 soundtrack kicks ass, same as all the other Trails games. Have you ever heard of the Trails series?
I've heard of the Trails series.
I've heard a lot of people talk about it, but I know nothing about it.
Yeah, one of our friends in my original draft league always talks it up, and it's like this. I think is it a JRPG or is it a tactical RPG? It's some sort of RPG, right? It's like half RPG, half visual novel, I think. It's one of those game franchises that have been around for so long, and it has all this lore and mechanics to it that I feel like is impenetrable for me to get into at this point in my life.
Yeah, that's how it is. I played, speaking of impenetrable games, I played a 999 this year.
Oh, how was that?
It was good. I liked it a lot. I bought all 3 of those games, and I went to play Virtue's Last Reward, because I love 999. It has some problems in, like, the fact that I know that, like, people who played them on the DS are gonna, like, want to string me up for saying this, of like, oh, I don't like having to rewatch, like, mash through the cutscenes to get the different endings. And I know that on the original one you have to fucking play the game every single time you wanted to get a different ending, which sucks. But, like, after seeing all the content in that game, I went to Virtue's Last Reward and I was a little burnt out. So one day I'll go back. But yeah, great visual novels, a lot of fun. The twists and turns of the story are very interesting. And maybe next year I'll play Virtue's Last Reward. Maybe next year I'll play Higurashi, because I know or what's the other one? Umineko. That's the one people like. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe. Good games. Those are all of our games. That's all of it. That's all of our Twitter takes. A lot of them. Big year.
Are we not going to acknowledge question from criminal listener of the show?
Oh, Sarah? Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. Sarah just said, "Oh no," at the fact that we lost our episode. Then tell me about your baseball team, though. Here's what I'll say about my baseball team while I get up on my soapbox: is that I'm from Seattle. Don't live there anymore. I haven't lived there in a while, but I'm a Seattle boy at heart. So I signed up for Seattle Garages. I love the Seattle Garages. And I support wholeheartedly their incredibly brave efforts to sacrifice one of their players and then bring back their original team captain, who was like one of the first people who died. After that, they just decided to fucking trade all of their players away for no reason, and I
hate to see
genuinely don't know why they did it. Their team was like really good, and then they just traded all of their players away for no reason for bad players, and now they're not good anymore. So I'm a shoe thief now, and they're good, and they have one of the best fielders in the entire. I think he's the best fielder in the whole damn sport. And being a good fielder is a really unappreciated skill, because it's like your stats, you don't see the stats reflected. Like, you don't see 5 stars when you look at the player, but then you look and you see that Richardson Games has like 7 stars in fielding, and like, if a person in the like Korean baseball league hit a ball, Richardson Games would catch it, no problem. So
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's all I'll say.
That's it.
That's it for
Thank
2020.
you all.
Thank
you all for participating. Thank you, video games.
I
And
promise
also,
I
I
won't.
hate you, video games.
I promise I won't delete this episode. I'll do my very, very best. Let's wrap it up. This has been Slappers Only. Where can we find you on Twitter, Max?
You can find me on Twitter at MaxiBajillion. You can find one of my shows, Pot of Greed, the world's #1 and only Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast, at Pot of Greed Cast on Twitter. And you can find my other show, Wow Cool Robot, a show about Gundam, at Wow Cool Podcast on Twitter.
You're doing ZZ Gundam now, right?
I'm doing Mobile Suit Gundam ZZ, which stands for Double Zeta, because it is literally the continuation of Zeta. They just did it double, and it's really... they introduced a character who is like the proto-simp, Jordan.
I have
it
a
is
suggestion
so
for
funny.
you, for a guest. You should have Elliot's cat Ezekiel on.
Oh,
his name is ZZ.
like a funny
Like
ZZ
a funny
on
ZZ
ZZ.
on ZZ.
Oh, okay.
You can find me on Twitter at BradApisRex. You can find my 2 other podcasts. One of them is called Kamurocho Radio. It's a Yakuza replay podcast. It's very good. We're working our way through Yakuza PS2/Kiwami, which is like the worst game in the series, so it's only uphill from here. But it's still a good time. And then you can also listen to Kyle XY?
Kyle XY?
Kyle XY? Boy, I fucking love Kyle XY. It's a show. I wouldn't give it any awards, but boy, is it fun to watch, and we love Kyle. He's just a great guy. You can find all of our episodes at slappersonlypod.com, and we are hosted on the Noise Space Network, noisepace.xyz, created by the wonderful living GameCube of Matt, who knows Looker, the good cat. Max,
And Nanu the good cat.
And Nanu the good cat, named after Pokemon characters, I found out at one point. What kind of podcast can you find on Noise Space, Max?
You can find a podcast called My Bod Cabbages.
New Christmas episode out, I believe, or a holiday episode. You can find Podcasting is Forbidden in the Cloud Recesses and Nana Roy's Nightmare Era, both done by Roy, the queen of the podcasts, queen of the content, queen of the names, queens of names.
Double Trouble podcasts. You can find Fear Baiting, a horror movie podcast by our friend Sarah.
And check out Island Shuffle, where they watch Lost as determined by a random number generator.
Incredible
concept. All good shows with many, many more. The podcast network is always growing. One day, please stop praying for Noise Space. It's getting too powerful. But that's it. That's it for 2020. And Max, 2 things. Number 1, we did a poll that I forgot about both times that we did this episode. Luigi's Mansion is our winner. So it gets our golden crown, and when we do our big battle royale, it'll be seated better, I guess.
It'll be seated appropriately.
Good to
Good
know.
song.
And also, we need to announce our next game. And because you told it last time, let's shake things up, and I'll introduce it this time.
Yeah, because this is a joint pick.
This is a joint pick. This was when we created Slappers Only. There was one game that we wanted to talk about most of all, but we didn't feel ready to do it. It it's got one of the greatest soundtracks ever written, and it's very quirky and strange. And I felt like we needed to train. We needed to go into here's what reference for you, Max. We got to go into the hyperbolic time chamber. That's a thing, right?
You got it, Jordan.
Yeah, to get better at talking about music, so we could do this game. It is a Mario game, but it's not a Mario game that you think. It's not a jumping around game. It's an RPG, but it's not that RPG. Maybe we'll do that one day. But this one is Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door.
God, I'm so excited.
It's one of the best, one of the greatest games of all time, I think.
Absolutely.
We'll be talking about that. That'll be our first episode of 2021. So here's the joke that we make in every podcast. There's 2 jokes on every podcast. One is where you do a play on the name Detroit Become Human. That's the first joke. And then the second joke is, if your last episode of the year, you say, "See, we'll do that one in a year. Do it next year."
In a year.
And then we'll join it. And then next time when we do Paper Mario, we'll say, "Wow, we haven't talked in a
so
year.
long.
It's been 1 year." Even though it's not how it works. Anyways.
Never gets old.
Never gets old. Hades is our game of the year. Thank you, Hades. Thank you, Supergiant, for making a good game. And thank you for not crunching your devs to death.
Thank you for mandatory time off.
They thought it was impossible, but apparently you can make a really good video game without creating a factory of human suffering. Who would have thought?
What a concept.
All right, Max, time to wrap it up. Time for me to go eat some lunch. What do we say at the end of every episode?
Ask not for whom the track slaps.
It slaps for thee.
Gaming.
This has been Top 10 Gaming. Next episode, Top 10 Most Controversial Gaming Moments. Number 1, the arms from The Last of Us 2. Don't know why people are mad about them. I just know that it's a thing.
Stupid.
Bye,
I hate
everybody.
games.
I hate
Goodbye.
games. Video games fucking suck. I'm never
Awful.
I'm never playing another video game again except for Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh. Okay. Go
Bye.
back.